everyone, and welcome to Mighty Kiddos. Today I have a very special video for you. I will be sharing 3 tools that we can use to help babies and toddlers communicate. And communication is very important because we want to make sure that our child is able to tell us what their needs are so we can meet them with much more responsiveness and care and in a more timely manner. In doing so, we will see that there is going to be a reduction in tantrums, in negative behavior, and in just overall frustration in our children. So if you're ready to learn something new with me, let's dive right in. So guys, like I said, I will be sharing with you 3 things today in terms on how we can help kids communicate. And the first tool is pointing. That is going to lay our foundation for all future communications with our children. Pointing is very important because it allows children to grow cognitively. That means their problem-solving skills develop and also their communication. So pointing is good for 2 reasons. It develops cognition and it develops communication. So the way we can help child point is by reading a book and pointing to the things, working on body parts and pointing to our body parts. Also, if we are asking our kids those simple commands that we need to start giving them at around 9 months, like, where's the ball? Where is mama? By pointing, the child is demonstrating that he or she understands our question and understands how to give us the answer by either pointing in the direction that the object or the person we are asking for, wherever that person is. So that is a very powerful tool, and we really need to work on that early on. There's a lot of kiddos with developmental delays. This aspect of communication is very difficult for them. They don't understand things in a space outside of their body as much. So if you are noticing that your child, your toddler is having difficulty pointing, perhaps your child is 18 months and is not yet pointing, I would strongly suggest you get a developmental assessment, as we want to make sure that the child is developing accordingly to meet those cognitive and those communication milestones in a timely manner. So now that we've talked about pointing, now let's talk about the second tool, which is giving our kids the opportunity to answer yes or no to simple actions. So we can ask a child, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? And every time we do this, and I'm saying we need to start this early on, guys. This is why this video is to help communicate babies and toddlers, because we start early on. We're going to start at 9 months, the latest, doing yes, you do. Oh no, you don't like that. And that way the baby understands and sees the head movement and what it means. So we want to be able to dramatize these things constantly with our children on a daily basis. Yes, you want juice. Oh no, you don't want juice. No book today. Okay. And that way eventually you will see your child start to answer questions that way. And like I said, we introduce it at 9 months, and around 12 to 14 months, we are then going to start to wait until the child answers for him, or we can prompt, no, you don't know. So really encourage that. Encourage the yes or no with the head movement. We want them to communicate, right? And no is important because it sets safe boundaries. It lets us know, and it allows a child to exercise his voice and his autonomy. So it's really important to encourage that. So we have talked about pointing. We have talked about answering yes or no. I want to talk to you about the third tool, and this one is super duper important, and it is introducing sign language to babies early on. Sign language, I have a lot of parents that are hesitant, especially if I start working with them when the child is a year and a half or maybe even 2 years old. They're like, I don't want to do sign language because then the child's not going to talk. And that's not true. Sign language does allow the child to communicate, because what happens is if we don't give the child tools to communicate, like I said, we're going to see those angry outbursts. We're going to see that frustration, and we are probably at some point can get to the point of having the kid just isolate himself, or we're going to have the kid not want to connect with us anymore because they're frustrated, right? So it is really important to give children tools to communicate. So when we do sign language, it's not let's do sign language instead of words. We're going to do it in combination. And there's 5 signs that I encourage you to teach your children as early as, let's say, I would say 9 months. The 5 words that I recommend you start with your child is, first is eat. You want to eat. When we do sign language, we want to be repetitive. We want to say eat constantly. We're not just going to say it once when we serve him the food. We're going to do it throughout the whole meal time. Oh, you want to eat, and then spoonful, right? So it is important to be repetitive, to be consistent, and to always follow whatever you're doing. Whatever the sign is signaling, follow it with the action. So allow the child to make that connection. The other one is more. Do you want more apple juice, more anything? More, and then you deliver. More, and then you deliver. The next one is all done. I don't want any more. All done. And this one's really important because we want the child to be able to communicate when they're all done. It's really important for them to establish their autonomy and to let us know when they are done with something, right? So this one's a really good one. All done. The next one is drink. You want to drink? So we're going to do like a letter C and go drink, drink, and then we give them the cup or the sippy cup. Whatever that drink means, we're going to do the sign and then follow up with the object. And then the other one is, and really important, and this one's a little bit difficult. You will show it to children early on, but you're not going to see the kids do it until they're after a year and a half. About a year and a half to 2. And that is help, help. So we keep our hand flat and we do a thumbs up and we go up. Help. Come up to him and say, help. Help, I help you, and then you help the child with whatever the thing is. It is very important for us to be nurturing, to be kind, to be always very happy when we give these sounds and signs to babies. So, because we are and toddlers, because we are giving them a special tool to work with. And don't get frustrated. Sometimes kids will do approximations of the signs. I had a little kiddo that it was very difficult for him to do help, so he did this. Every time he would have trouble with something, he would go like this. So we would always tell him the same word, right? And this is why it's important to pair the sign with the word. So we said help, because I said we would see this. Okay, help, and we would still introduce the correct sign, and then we would help them. So what I wouldn't do is, come on, baby, say help. No, that's not help. This is help. We try not to say no, okay? And we're going to just redirect that behavior. First, you acknowledge, and then you redirect by help, right? So again, just to review the 5 signs, we have eat, we have drink, we have more, we have all done, and then we have help. Okay, so I really hope you try these signs and you don't give up. Give it some time, give it a few months, and you will see how your child uses these tools to communicate with you. And hopefully you'll start noticing the frustrations diminish and start seeing how they exercise their autonomy a lot more. So don't forget these 3 tools, okay? We want to help them point. We want to give them opportunities to answer yes or no questions. And we want to practice the 5 sign languages that I just introduced in this video. So if you liked this video and you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with other mommies or on your social media. Help me spread the word on how to help our children communicate and thrive no matter what their difficulties are. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, and don't forget to spread kindness everywhere you go. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on our next one. Bye.